Okay, welcome to this new chapter of the Veil of Flames. Um, I am Sybil Knox Moon. Everything I say is all a legend in the spirit and for entertainment purposes only. I do not know any of these people. If you would like a private reading, you can comment below, or if you would like to request a reading, okay, you also can comment below, and I will give you my information to do so because I do personals outside of this as well. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna talk about these two. So first, let's see what's really the energy between Jayda and Baby. I feel like they're a bit rocky right now. Like they're not beefing, but I don't really feel like they're on the same page. Okay, there's a lot I feel going on behind the scenes. Like they talk, but sometimes I don't feel like it's the healthiest. Like they still have their issues from time to time, but I do feel like they're working through it. Okay, so I would say expect to kind of see them out with each other or random people taking pictures of them, like they spotted out together. But that does not mean that they're back together. Okay, she's definitely working on moving past the hurt that he has put her through and the trauma and the pain that she endured during that relationship. Because baby definitely did scar my girl up, he did. But she's not innocent either. She's done things that he didn't really care about, but it did, I feel like, made him treat her a certain type of way. Because I feel like at first baby was doing all of this, dealing with all these other women. But then I feel the more status he got, I feel like he became like greedy. Like he wanted shit his way, and she was young. They both were young and in love, okay, and trying to manage status, wealth, and being in a relationship. Um, the problem is, I feel like Jayda allowed too much. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is working with her to not accept so much in relationships and in friendships because I feel like Baby has not only crossed lines within their relationship, but he has kind of diminished other relationships she had with other people, including her sister. So I feel like, she's focusing on forgiving and working past her issues, dealing with a fucking serial cheater, because that's what he was, a serial cheater and a liar. Not hating, because I fuck with Lil Baby music. I'm just telling y'all what's in the spirit. But I also feel like their ties were very karmic, and I feel like they did not have the opportunity to grow properly because Spirit kept telling her to leave and move on, and she did not, which is why she kept getting the same results every time she went back to him. And it's not because I want to necessarily say that he is a bad man. He just don't have self-discipline as he should. He just don't have restraint, and he wasn't really big with accountability, I feel like, in the past. I feel like now there's things that he does better with, but in the past, y'all, it was bad. It was real bad. He took her up and threw that motherfucker. I mean, so bad. And then she has to deal with the internet calling her dumb and stupid and slow. And I do feel like Baby really brought out a lot of insecurities within her because she was trying to figure out why is this motherfucker cheating on me consistently. And he would do things to try to like smooth it over, and I feel kind of like by her. Did he sincerely love her? I feel like he did. I still feel like he does, but I feel like they're at a standpoint of we can't be together, and we already know why. You know what I'm saying? Because Spirit has her moving into her Empress energy, and is still working on both of them, but working on making Baby an actual man because he still has a lot of immature ways about him, and he still does things, especially to other women, okay, or how he's treated women per se isn't, I feel, what Spirit really wanted for him in his career, but he's still human, so motherfuckers gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like they are. So that's what I feel like is going on right now with them. She's in a spiritual awakening, and I feel like he is dealing with a lot of personal things in life where his focus really can't be a relationship. Even if he's dealing with someone right now, that is not his main focus. Um, I feel like as she steps into this Empress energy and through this awakening, she's gonna have to face a lot of trials and tribulations. Okay, so it'll be a lot of past wounds that are resurfacing, or past people that are resurfacing, or a lot of things that, because I feel karmic depth here heavy, that was done, whether it was in the past life or not, that is coming back to kind of like, I wouldn't say knock her off her pivot, but push her into this new era, new chapter of her life. Because right now she's going, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has her business, it's her merch is doing really well. She has the podcast. Despite what people say, people are still gonna watch her because she's Jayda. Period. It don't matter if you like her, you love her. People are gonna watch her because I feel she does have a personality, but I feel like she does not really show her personality, and sometimes it may be she's misunderstood and some things are misinterpreted. But as well as you gotta realize she is being rebuilt, period, from inside out. I feel like once she gets through with this transformation, life is going to be a lot better for her because then she's going to realize I didn't have to react this way, or I didn't have to do certain things to get where I'm at, or a lot of shit that I did was immature, it was stupid, it was dumb. Also, I felt like she might behind the scenes apologize to someone, okay, for how she treated them, or it could be some type of reconciliation with an old friend, somebody she used to be with a lot, because it was her fault, y'all. Okay, this could be somebody in the industry. I don't feel like this is somebody that is not in the industry. This is somebody who's in the industry as well, like in her type of lane. Um, like I said, this connection is karmic but powerful. Okay, there is love, no doubt. Like I'm still not getting the notion that baby doesn't love her. I feel like he does, but this is soul work. Okay, and I feel like the reason why her and baby is not together right now is because he's going through his own shit, you know, and she does not need that in her life right now. That stress, that pressure, that drama, and that chaos. And so she's being removed, and she's kind of getting to observe. I feel from a different standpoint, not just even as his baby mother anymore, but as a spiritual being, as a woman that's building her intuition and understanding a lot of different things about who he'll become. One and what she really was dealing with, because I still feel like she processes a lot of things, okay, that she went through in that relationship. I really feel like Jayda may have went to have a conversation with somebody that's very powerful, that has insight. This woman could listen to her intuition, and that's why you see her in, I feel, the church again, okay. But I do feel like she may get into an actual spiritual practice or religion, okay, coming up. I wouldn't say soon, but eventually it'll happen. You get what I'm saying? Because she's meant for more. Okay, she's already very blessed, but she has a different purpose, because I feel like one big thing that she could teach women coming up in the from the youth is how to properly deal once she heals. Okay, let me just put that out there. Once she heals, how to deal with an upcoming artist that ends up being very successful. Okay, in a relationship. You know, if she would do that, I feel like that would be really really fire for her. And being honest about it. Okay, I feel like a lot of people issues with Jayda is they feel like she don't really tell the truth, and that's not necessarily a lie. I don't really feel like she's lying on purpose, but she still has a fear of being judged, so she don't want to say certain things. And I feel like spirit is pushing her to learn how to be her authentic self, okay, and speak about these topics and these things, and stop trying to hide from it or run from it or give people a little sprinkle, and then, you know what I'm saying, not the whole damn Sunday in the cone with it. So that's, I feel like, something that would be very beneficial for her, okay. And also, this is very big soul tie, okay, and that love, especially when it's karmic, doesn't always mean and especially when a soul tie is involved, it doesn't mean forever, okay. Sometimes it means growth, okay. So the question is, can he rise with her, or this is where their paths separate? I feel like he could, okay, but it will be up to him to do the inner work, and he's not interested in that right now. Like, he's still content and fine with living the way that he's living. So if he wake up and he want 3 girlfriends today, that's just what he's gonna have. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wakes up and he don't want them 3 no more, and he want 6 the next day, that's just what he's gonna do. You know, because he has the money for it, he has the status for it. And I feel like he can be alluring with words. Like, he has a way with words, the way that he speaks. So he could speak life into people, or he could say things to make women very comfortable around him. And also, you know, one thing that he has said from a smart clip that I did see is that he will pay you to leave him the fuck alone. So it really doesn't matter. You know, that's something that he actually needs to work on. And just being disrespectful, you know, because he can be disrespectful. Like, he's so, like, I want to say witty with his words. He'll say something to somebody that's rude, and people won't even realize that it's rude. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a way with words. So baby has to work on the way that he speaks to people, because I feel like he has done some very disrespectful and distasteful things to Jayda, and also said some very disrespectful and distasteful things to Jayda. And I do feel like it has hurt her feelings, you know. And so I feel like right now, yes, they do need to have separate paths, which is why she is going through this awakening. Because she is going to learn how to step up and stand in her power, okay? Whereas it's going to take him a little bit longer to actually mature, to learn how to talk to people, to learn how to express himself, to learn how to, I wouldn't even say be monogamous, but the structure in which the way he deal with women is going to be different, you know, honestly speaking. Um, all right, and then we're going to talk a little bit about her glowing, okay? I don't just feel like this glow up is on the outside, but on the inside. So I feel like we're gonna see her in a different light. You know, Spirit is trying to get her to realize it's multiple ways to skin a cat. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's multiple ways to do things, and just because you're used to doing things this way and it working, that don't mean you have to go through that or do the, carry out something that way every single time. It's okay to switch up your sauce. You know what I'm saying? And your recipe, and you come out chef kiss still. So they're moving her into an era where she is going to be in a different light, you know. Um, I do feel like a little bit of drama is gonna come out surrounding her name, or something scandalous. Like, yeah, something scandalous. I said scandalous. Scandalous is gonna come out. But I feel like she's gonna get through that. You get what I'm saying? And she's gonna still support baby, and I feel like baby is still gonna support her. But also another reason why she's going through the things that she's going through in life is because their son is very special, okay? And I don't mean like in a bad way, but he was put here to teach her, and to teach her how to properly love herself and create certain boundaries, okay, in her life, no matter who it is, and not just accept anything like how she used to. And so not only I feel, the internet may respond differently to this new person she's going to become, but it may shock a lot of people. Some people are going to like it because they like her. She may win a couple of people over, and some people still is just not gonna like her and call it fake. You know what I'm saying? But it's really gonna be truly her. I will say as well, speaking about baby, I feel like, a thing that he can do once he gets to where he's going, okay, is to focus on teaching more about the music game for upcoming artists. You know what I'm saying? Um, he should actually do that, and give them like alternate ways of mistakes that he made, what to do, what not to do, whether it be on a romantic tip or a business tip. I feel like that'll be good as fuck for him. I also definitely could see him in some type of collab coming. Like, he has something, he's collabing with someone that's gonna be really, really big, but it may get him in some type of drama or trouble. Okay, whatever this new collab is, when it comes out, it's gonna stir the pot. And I don't just feel like, it's for, or per se, the listeners will just be fans, but kind of like higher ups listening to what the fuck he's saying, trying to piece some shit together. So he needs to be careful, okay? He does.